welcome to No Movies in Hell.
I'm McClaw Scott, and today we are reviewing The Wonder, Netflix film. Lead is Florence Pugh,
Who we love.
who we love.
I tried to look up what are her fans called, and I couldn't. I found a Twitter post from 2020 where the guy was like, "Are Florence Pugh fans called pugilists? If so, he's a pugilist." And then somebody commented in reply to that to say, "It's the Pew Pew." So like PEW. I like both of those.
I do. I like Pew Pew. Maybe
Yeah.
she should be in like a sci-fi action film with that.
I'm sure she's got one lined up, or I'm sure they're making offers.
She's in Dune. Put her in Dune.
Right. Let's put everyone in Dune.
Yes.
So The Wonder kind of flew under the radar. Like I had heard about it. I heard that it was her. I didn't really hear that much more about it, though. I think it came out at a weird time when all these other movies were coming out in theaters, like Babylon, like big pictures were being released end of December. And this came out streaming only, as far as I know, without much fanfare.
Yeah, I think I've seen one clip about the film, and it wasn't so much about the plot or anything having to do with it, but more of the set. So they showed, the wooden house. They showed the set, but they didn't necessarily show what this film was about. So going into it, I had no idea what it was about. I think once the idea or concept was revealed, I was just like, oh, this is interesting. Let's try to solve the puzzle here.
It's definitely a slow moving movie at first.
Very much so.
But I thought I liked it. I mean, I thought it was great. I'm always down for a costume drama. If only for the costumes.
Very true. Yeah, it was very interesting film, and I was trying to even compare it to, well, not really compare it to, but like Banshees out of Ireland, and it was period piece. This is vastly different from that. More along the lines of, kind of that not murder mystery, but mystery drama, where you're kind of at the edge of your seat because you have no idea what's going on. And then it just evolves into, something else in the third act.
It was good. I don't know that I would recommend it to a lot of people, though. And I don't really know why, because everything was good and the plot was, the story was good and the setting, everything met or exceeded expectations. But I don't know why I wouldn't recommend it to someone. I think because of the religious element.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those ones, almost like The Whale, where you have the characters are there are no like flashbacks. It's it's a lot of dialogue. The other characters, maybe their energy levels were low. I don't know. They weren't acting their ass off like Florence Pugh. And she gave lots of emotion and a lot of care and attentiveness. And everybody else, I felt like, was just kind of going through the motions. And I don't know if that was purposeful, but it didn't help that this thing is happening to this child and everybody else is just kind of like, well, that's what God wants. We're deprioritizing women again, and it is what it is.
I did feel like the family was very stoic.
Yes.
I feel like that was on purpose because that's how they're not only just their lifestyle in general, but also with their religion, this is what they believe and this is what's happening. And that,
right. Yeah.
But I was more interested in the nun character. I thought, especially at the very end, oh, I wish she had said more along the way.
It was interesting how Florence's character was chosen and then the nun was chosen, and they couldn't talk to each other. And when they did talk to each other, it was like the nun knew, but it was almost like a defiant in in speaking about what was going on of like, oh, well, I personally feel this way, even but but the religion and tells me that I can't cross this boundary, but I there's empathy there.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to the slides. So we're very close again.
Hmm.
I remember
Yeah, I think for me, the acting, there was really, I really felt like you learned so much about Florence Pugh's character, and unfortunately, and maybe you made a great point of like the stoicism, the willful kind of blindness around everybody else because of the situation probably made it so that they weren't really acting upon instinct in this in the scenes and overall in this film.
yeah, and also our guy is in it, Toby Jones, as you
Yes.
mentioned in the earlier episode. I thought he was good in his role. I think he's good in every role I've seen him in. So I give acting a 3 because I do think, especially for if we're rating this against average in the genre, and you think straight to streaming release, costume drama, Netflix, like I, I would say the acting is above average. Again, we don't use like half points, so we don't like give 2.5s or like anything. Maybe we should do that starting this year. Like maybe we need to be more
Yeah.
nuanced.
Yeah, I think that would change it up a little bit by the quarter.
Yeah.
Star Search style.
Oh my God, I haven't thought of Star Search in so long.
I just thought about it just now because of the quarter points.
That is awesome. I'm going to think about Star Search more today. Do you have anything to plug in this episode?
Nothing specific. I think it's just overall, we're wrapping up 2022 and looking forward to lots of films in 23. How about you, Chris?
Nothing to plug. It's weird to think that we're wrapping up 2022 because in some ways it seems like it's been 2023 for so long now,
Yes.
but it really just ended. So yeah, looking forward to our next episode and whatever that is. And we'll see you guys
We have a
next
lot
time.
of things in the pipeline.
Definitely. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time. Thank you.